the disclosure was the opening. And then after that, it's like there has been no block as far as herpes is concerned to connection and intimacy. None. Hi, I'm Adriel, creator of the Herpes Opportunity, which is all about positively shifting your mindset, disclosing to potential partners in a way that truly connects you, and ultimately finding the love that you want and deserve. Now you can check out the free ebook linked in the description below about having the talk. And now, onto the video. I hope you enjoy it. And when you know you're going to be with someone for a long time, life or just a long time, you make these trade-offs. Like, okay, risk reward. Let's have that conversation. Like, let's figure that out between each other, right? It becomes such a non-issue. It's kind of laughable. Not that I'm laughing at people who are suffering right now, because I was suffering in that same way. Like, oh my God, this is going to be a problem for the rest of my life. But I look back at how much I worried about how big of a deal this was going to be, especially in long-term relationship. And if anything, it became the disclosure is what dropped us deeper into trust with each other. And that's what like blossomed this really deep love. And then we started this family. And it's just like, you look back and it's like, the disclosure was the opening. And then after that, it's like, there has been no block as far as herpes is concerned to connection and intimacy. None whatsoever. If anything, it amplified it because of the trust that disclosure and all of that brought with it. Like a few years into having herpes, like I would probably have like an outbreak every 1 or 2 years, right? And I was in a long-term relationship with a wonderful woman, and I remember whenever an outbreak would start to come on, it would just bring me right back to the first day that I got herpes. And I would just, all the shame would come flooding back, and felt dirty, felt unlovable, projected that onto my partner, that she would think I'm dirty and I'm unlovable. So then I go into the defense mode and I'm just shutting down. And anytime she wants to like kiss me, I'm like, like whatever, I don't, And this whole like freight train of shame and how it just like impacted our relationship. And I would point to, well, it's herpes that is disconnecting us. But it was a self-imposed thing. It was a self-created, self-manifested thing, because I believed that, oh, here comes an outbreak. This is going to be horrible. We're not going to have sex. We're not going to be connected. And what happened? We didn't have sex and we weren't connected. But there was this shift that happened kind of in the midst of my whole herpes opportunity awakening, if you want to call it that. Like, wait a minute. Like, I saw the light. I was like, I saw what I was doing. And I was like, what if I flip this on its head? And the next time that I have an outbreak, I play a game with it. And so the next time I had an outbreak, I went to my partner and I was like, kind of in this conspiratorial way, I was like, hey, so I'm about to have my man period. And I would love, like, I'm still like, I'm clearly really turned on by you. I love you. But I want to see if we can play and enjoy each other in ways that are like, where the off limits is the underwear region. But let's see what we can, like, let's see how we can explore intimacy together in new ways. Like, that'll be fun, huh? And I felt flirty. I felt playful. I was connected to that part of me that that I felt like I would lose whenever I would have an outbreak. But it was almost like I had to grip it that much harder and be like, no, come back here. Like, okay, my playfulness, my flirtiness, like my sexuality, my sensuality, all of those pieces still get to be here even as I'm having an outbreak. I always thought that was mutually exclusive, but that it was like, I still get to feel turn on. I still get to feel sexual right? There's a part of me, and I would say probably all of us who have genital herpes, that it's like, you don't get to feel sexual, especially like when you're having an outbreak, especially maybe just forever since you have herpes, but like, especially when you're having an outbreak, you're asexual. You don't get to feel any of that, right? But that's self-imposed. It's like, wait, yeah, maybe the sexuality is off the table if what you mean by sex is like penetrative sex, like genital to genital sex. But can we get creative here? Like, who's to say that this isn't an opportunity to get creative and playful? And it was amazing to see in her eyes, like her eyes lit up when I was like, hey, can we like play? But you can't touch me down there. Like, no, like tisk, 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 like still like being playful about it, as opposed to like, but you can't touch me down there. And, and it was amazing. It was really beautiful. Like we got to explore in ways that we wouldn't have otherwise explored if I wouldn't have had an outbreak. So the pain of going through all of that disconnection and feeling like I was unlovable was enough for me to shake things up inside myself, to be like, I don't want to do that again. What if I try something way outside of my comfort zone? Oh yeah, being like trying to feel sexy and feel connected to my desires and all of that while I'm having an outbreak. Yeah, that's outside of my comfort zone, but that has got to be better. Even if I crashed and burned at that has got to be better than all the suffering that I've been going through and what I've been putting my partners through when I would have an outbreak and think that I'm all alone in this. That's what it was. It's like reaching out in the darkness into like, hey, wait, I don't have to be alone in this. You're my partner. Like, let's be in partnership around this. And in that way, like, healing happens. But it's like, we have to be the instigators of that to actually reach out in the darkness and be like, hey, babe, I'm having an outbreak now. I am having some shame coming up, but I'm also like really wanting to explore with you and see if I can break this cycle of shame. Are you down to like explore that with me? And well, I hope you got a lot out of that video. And if you did, please let me know. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and keep an eye out for more videos just like this.